Hello, everyone. Welcome to Blood, Fate, and Fortune, a game of swashbuckling, sorcery, and seduction, all set in the world of 7th Sea. My name is Dan McCurdy. I'll be your storyteller this evening. You can find me at RevDMC247 on TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky. And you can find me anywhere else. Watch out. That's probably the evil twin. I will now allow my players to introduce themselves, starting with Natalie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Natalie, also known as Gizmos Aplenty across the internets. And I also have a charity live stream that I do once a month called For the Cause Events. Go check that out. And tonight I will be portraying Leonora Orsini.
Hello, I'm Jeremiah McCoy, also known as Basics of the Game, and I am on TikTok and here and doing lots of random weird things. And I'm playing Mykolas Kelvan.
Hello, everybody. I am Wolfgar, Reaper Wolfgar, everywhere that it matters, and I am going to be playing Fr Rafael Rodriguez, the Castilian priest.
Hey, yo, I am Took, I guess, or Took. You can find me everywhere, especially here on the Twitches and on the TikTokies. I am playing the lovely Musumami Monster Hunter, Roan Ibex.
First try. Good job.
Hey, we on the roll tonight.
Congratulations.
Hello, everyone. I am Lakar, the Artificer, everywhere on the Ethernets and the interwebs. And tonight I will be playing Umberto Vitale, the swashbuckling benevolent portier.
Benevolent within certain
Depending on who
within
you
certain
ask.
definitions. Yeah. In our previous episode, the party had finally arrived in Sheathguard, the home of Sir Bryant, whose body they had been carting literally across the world in order to return him to his home so that he could be properly laid to rest. When they arrived, they met his wife, Talara Intuviel, one of the Fae, who was learning of his death and dealing with the grief and loss. The entire castle was a little bit of a trip, with a particularly high population of Fae, which could be literally any object that they interacted with. They loved it, and there were no complications whatsoever. However, as as Talara was dealing with her grief, cold winds started blowing, and winter was blowing up all around, and strange creatures were coming, and it was becoming apparent that she was beginning to transition from her role as a member of the summer court to a role in the winter court, partially due to her grief, but also partially due to a deal that she had previously made in order to secure Sir Bryant's immortality, an immortality that got broken when certain people of magical ability, who they are, it's probably not important, used their and triggered an effect which gave him one last brilliant moment of life before he finally died. The party was able to deal with this. A lot of this resting on Rowan as she stepped into her role as Sir Bryant's heir and was told that she was now the Lady of Sheathguard. Eventually, they were able to put the fight down. Talara was able to come to terms with her grief, and also in the midst of all that had been having conversations with Umberto, who ever since he had taken a wound to his soul in a battle with creatures that were using the magic of a sort of proto version of the Divine, had his soul slowly bifurcating. They'd been able to heal other instances of this, but they couldn't heal him because a part of his soul was missing in the 7th Sea. There were people who could take him to look for it, but they all said this is going to be like looking for a needle in an ocean. But that there was one, the creature with whom the deal was made, who might be able to help Umberto find the piece and prevent him from shattering into his multiple sides. Now, you all have had, well, you've had a night in the castle following the fight, and the Fae seem to be calming down somewhat as Lady Talara is coming back into herself, and as she is back in control of her emotions, she's aiding the rest of the Fae to similarly be back in control of your emotions. That said, it was a heck of a night. How's everyone doing, would you say? How well would you think you slept? Let's start with Lenora.
I think Lenora would have absolutely slept like a log. Very exhausted, very on edge in that moment. But once seeing Lady Talara kind of bowing whatever responsibility of the manor to Rowan, she felt a little bit more easy and was able to get a great, maybe, night's rest.
Fantastic. How about Mykolas?
I think Mykolas had an odd bit of sleep, like probably in and out. He used a lot of power, and it makes him wonder about himself and what his fate is going to be if he's going to keep having to access that kind of power to fight things. So
that's an interesting thing, because he, even before his deal got put on pause for a little while, he had sort of resisted using it. So here was this first situation where he could really unleash and use his power. How do you think he felt about that? Did it feel good in the moment, and then, oh, what did I just do? Or how do you think?
I think when he's actually channeling the power, it probably feels good, just because you're channeling all of this energy. But afterwards, there's the question: what am I becoming? You know, what am I going to be? But like the whole encounter was sort of a grim thing. Like he went into that fight not sure he would live through it, but he had to do it to protect people. So he got ready and went and did it.
All right. How about Raphael? Whole lot going on. A lot of conversations between Raphael and Rowan too, as Rowan's like being shown for the lady she is. How's Raphael doing? And how did they sleep?
So there is the thing. He is incredibly proud of Rowan in the fact of what she has done to get here, and her display, and how she handled the entire situation in the throne room with the queen, knowing that there was a lot of conflict in there, because as much as she was, wanting to stand by us, she was trying to stand by her duty also as a knight. So her balance with that, he is incredibly proud of her for that. He is also becoming incredibly aware that there is a whole lot about the power that he wields that he has no idea about. Because when the queen made a point to tell both him and Leonora about their meddling in with his fate and with his body, that this was happening, and so him realizing what he has done, so it's one of those moments of like, he's sort of like a shark at the moment. If he slows down and stops, it's one of those, I have to face the thoughts that I have in my head, and I'm not 100% sure that he is ready to face them as of yet. There's other things that he has to worry about right now. His main concern after this point being Umberto, and the fact that he is still dealing with what he's dealing with. So he is trying to focus on that and not worry about himself at the moment.
All right. Rowan, your first night sleeping in your own castle?
She is not sleeping well. I think the excitement of learning that she is now the lady of this place died quickly. And she is now stressed about it. And then this is the remind me, second or third time, there was a vision about her being the monster that some people wanted. And the fact that she has not fully told her friends and lover about that. So she is not sleeping well at all. She tries. It's that thing where you try to lay down and it just does not happen. And her response to that is to get up and immediately do push-ups. And
It's okay. Leonora famously does well with finding out people have been keeping information from her. So
yeah, girl talk. Oh, that's gonna be stressful. Yeah, so she is working out to make her try to make herself tired to sleep, and eventually she will sleep. But overall, it is not great.
and Umberto, in this constant attempt to heal this wound that has been inflicted on you, you keep finding out a new step that has to happen. Like from someone who couldn't help you to someone who could help you, except they would need the thing and it'd be really hard to find the thing. And now there's yet how is and all this with your rush to get to Vidachi. How's Umberto holding up?
It's not going well. Not going well. It's like, you know, you're kind of useful, but you're being useless right now. It's like too many referrals.
Yeah.
It is the worst Easter egg hunt ever.
Find my soul, find my soul, find my soul.
And between the anxiety of everything going on and the excitement of where they're going to next, he did kind of find it difficult to go to sleep right away, but he eventually got there.
All right. When you all either wake up or finally stop pretending to sleep, the following morning, a lovely breakfast has been put on in the Great Hall. And as you all are walking downstairs, the castle seems to be behaving itself. Like not a lot of what you would guess are inanimate objects dancing around or things like that. There's knights, there's people, there's servants, a good meal being put on, and Lady Talara is presiding over the table. She did agree to stay on and help out as an administrator while Rowan was continuing in her adventures. Though making very clear she's deferring to you in a lot of ways. Rowan, how does that feel to have this lady who was always the lady of the manor and Sobriant's wife, like now that she's like taking orders from you? How's Rowan doing with that?
She is not good at being the person in charge. When to this degree anyway. If it was like a monster hunt, she got it. But she is stuttering a lot. She is if you're cool with it, sure. The type of responses.
Right.
She's attempting at it. She's probably gonna also copy a lot of the shit she's seen her do.
All right.
But it's not as elegant or commanding.
She greets you all, and after you're all finishing eating, she leads you into a side room, and in there you find your cart, fresh horses, and Persepolis. She looks to all of you and says, before you were aiding him in escorting his master home, I had a talk with him last night. Lady Rowan, if you are willing, Persepolis is offering to continue to accompany you on your adventures and to be your steed.
Yeah, of course that is. Lady Rowan is going to take some time to get used to. Yes, that is great. Of course, Persepolis, yes.
Also, he has requested that Sobriant's cornucopia remain in Lenora's hands. He says she knows how to use it properly.
Oh, Oh wait, and then she will look at Leonora. You've been giving him extra apples than what we agreed on.
I don't know what you're talking about. And as she takes an apple out and just feeds it to Persepolis.
That is fine, but we will talk about his eating habits.
Turlough looks over at Persepolis and says, you have put on some weight, it must be said, since you left. And Persepolis
that is so funny and cute.
very well. Now, Rowan, your next task is to go to the Queen, Elaine, and drink from the Grawl, and be knighted, and take on your powers for true. I can aid in that. She is not currently in Avalon, so no reason for you to return to Carleon the way you came. There is one there who can aid me in this. And she steps back and raises her hand and draws a line. And Umberto, for a second, you panic, because it looks very much like she's about to open a blusher. You've seen that motion before. It's never good. But rather than a wound forming in space and time, you see a line of light that gets drawn. And then feeling less like, it doesn't feel like a cut that's slowly spreading. It feels like the line reveals itself to be a picture of a door. And then suddenly the door is open. And looking through it, she says, Queen Elaine is currently in the castle in Donegal, the capital of Inishmore. Through there, you will find her. She will be able to knight you, and she looks to Umberto. I suspect she or another there will be able to point you in the direction of the one you need. Now, be cautious. The one I am sending you to is not evil, but they are very old and very powerful.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. Are we all on board?
He just, Raphael looks a bit nervous as he is staring at this portal, because it's caution. He is cautious and feels like that one line, are you sure this water's sanitary? It looks questionable to me. Yeah, no, Raphael is kind of just staring at it, studying, and is just kind of a little nervous, but is like, as ready as I will ever be. I have never traveled this way before.
It is an old trick, and not mine, as it happens. A borrowed power.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Sorry,
worry. You'll see soon enough.
I'm sure. He'll stand near Rowan and just sort of grab a hold of her hand, like, if you don't hold my hand through this, I'm gonna throw up.
She'll take his hand and then just go, I've done this plenty of times. You only throw up once. You'll be fine.
What?
Actually, Rowan, you've never seen this before. If this was a trick she had, she did not share it, which you might be a little bit salty about, given the very long rides you've had in certain places.
Yeah, no, she's 100% lying, and then I think Raphael will hear her go, like, gulp.
Just like, oh dear God, oh dear God, oh dear God. It's just like,
so we still have a cart. There is a draft horse that you all have now that is pulling the cart. So there's one sort of dedicated cart horse. With Persepolis. Now, since it's no longer carrying Sir Brian's body, Persepolis is like, I'm gonna be more of a
Yeah.
This
More of
isn't
a one
my responsibility anymore.
This isn't on me anymore, guys.
Yeah. I did my time. So who's on the cart? Who's riding horses?
On Persepolis and whoever wants to join her, which would probably be Raphael.
yeah, no, Raphael's doubling up with Rowan. There's no way he's separating from this woman right now, especially going into an unfamiliar way of doing stuff. Yep, nope.
All right.
think-
Lenora would be sitting at the reins of the cart, so helping to steer the horse.
I think Mykolas will be on the court, reading a book.
All right.
Umberto would be on the cart, just going through his bag and then just kind of looking at all the other pieces he got.
As you, and the ones who are writing, anyone writing in the back, when you get into the back, you would find a painting-sized parcel wrapped in very fine paper and with a small note on it.
What's the note say?
Just in case. MMBB.
Wait, what?
It
Did
says
you
just
say
in case
BB or MB?
from Micah.
MMBB.
Yeah.
I see. I heard BB, so I was like, "Who in the world is BB?" That was my. It's Micah. Gotcha.
I'm assuming you're not going to give me my giant axe, but I would have loved. I just want to ask anyway.
So, do you go to the axe before this happens to see if it will accompany you on the trip?
100% you would, yeah.
Okay, let's rewind to that then real quick.
Okay.
You go to where axe is hanging on the wall. Rowan, dear, where are we going? What are we doing?
Oh, would you like to accompany me to get knighted and then go on a journey, please?
Are we going into battle? Glorious battle against enemies, fiends, monsters?
Yes, absolutely.
Will you actually use me to hit the neck this time? You keep.
Oh, okay, fine. Yes, I will. I will do my best to behead a person or a creature or a thing. Yes, and then I will take the head and then we will get paid for it. Yes, I will. I will do my best. I will do it. That is going to happen. I will do it.
There's doubt in your voice, Rowan. Why is there doubt in your voice?
I don't know, because I've tried. Maybe it's because I didn't have you. Huh?
All right, but you're not bringing Persepolis, are you?
Of course I'm bringing Persepolis. You're going to have to deal with it.
He is so arrogant.
She's
And
going
he
to keep her
smells.
mouth shut on that remark. You can't smell. You're next.
He has an ontological smell. It is a magical smell. It exists even in the absence of a nose.
So what I'm getting at is that you're coming.
He better not do that irritating whinny that he does.
Oh, but God. And then she's gonna reach up and grab her Monster Hunter style axe in all bigger than
Yep.
life. And then she
You
will
are
take
now-
the
You are now
smaller one.
carrying a sentient axe. I'm sure
Thank
there
you.
will be no complications that come from this.
We will figure this out when we get to it. She will
It'll
take
actually be
the
helpful.
smaller. She will take the smaller axe and leave it on the cart.
Yep.
Just in case.
As you you all go down and you pass through the gate, and Umberto, again, you teleport. This is a thing you know, and you brace yourself for the journey through the seventh sea, and it doesn't happen. It's like it's a door. You just walk through, and then suddenly you are in an unfamiliar court. Unfamiliar, I'm going to say to everyone but Rowan, who probably has visited Donegal before, and you recognize that you are now in the capital of Inishmore. You're not entirely comfortable here. Inishmore is it's a part of the Glamour Isles, but it's one of the more it's fairly rebellious, and they had to be convinced to help drive the Montanians out, because with them there was an honest question of how are Montanians any worse than Avalonians, and some agreements and arrangements had to be made to get them to join the effort. But once they did, along with them came their king, the O'Bannon. Half fae, famed adventurer, bit of a troublemaker. And you all pass in, and all around you are people. There's a bustle. And the castle, you'll notice, has this energy of royalties in town. Like, everything's a little bit cleaner. People are putting on a little bit more of a show of how happy they are. Just generally going around. This feels like, the queen of the kingdom is here and sort of presiding over things. And so everyone wants to put the best foot forward. Not many people notice you all. Because just all of a sudden you're there. So there were a few people who were looking that way, and they start doing that, blinking thing. Like, did they just appear? But you don't expect it. There's no pop. There's no loud noise. And so anyone who wasn't looking directly at you when you appeared there doesn't particularly seem to notice. What are we doing?
That was interesting.
Are there any specific street signs or particular landmarks that would direct us towards Queen Elaine?
You are in the castle courtyard, and so you would guess that the main road to the castle itself would be your best bet. But no, there is no this way to the queen signs that you can immediately see.
I figured I would ask.
Yes.
And oops, sorry. Go.
Rafael.
You're fine. I do have a question. Is there anything that would have been in Raphael's studies that would tell him where she is most likely, like help navigate maybe a little of where they may or may not supposed to go? So as far as that goes,
Your scholarship is 3, correct? Okay. With a 3, you know that Elaine is queen here. This is technically the O'Bannon's castle, but when she is here, he has sworn fealty to her. So your guess would be if she's currently in court, she would be on the throne, in the throne room, and if not, she would be accessible from there. Because she doesn't live here, but she's in charge here, so it's sort of that kind of dynamic. You wouldn't expect her to be in the back room eating a roll. Like, she's if she's here, she's here.
Right.
But she just might. But he's gonna look around at everybody and says, "We probably should make our way to the throne room if we're good. That's the first place we should look. If she's here in town, she is likely either going to be there or be adjacent enough to that we would be able to get to her relatively quickly."
I was about to say, Roan's been here before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows where to go. So she's just like, right on the nose, hun. And kind of like pop his nose with a finger, pretending like she didn't almost throw up at the teleportation.
Just a little bit in the mouth. It's fine.
Yeah, like, yep, nope. Raphael will just kind of he's a little green, but he's trying to, the way he is processing it is by giving them information, giving him his mind something else to focus on, other than the fact that he wants to hurl. So he's just going to follow Rowan's lead because Rowan's been here before.
What are remind me notice scores for everyone? 2, 1, 3, 1. Okay. Based on where you all are, Umberto, you're going to be the only one to pick this out initially. You're kind of looking around, checking things out, and then you glance over at Rowan writing on Persepolis with Raphael behind her, and you see an odd glowing coming from one of her saddlebags. A sort of golden light coming from inside.
Yeah, that wasn't normal and that wasn't happening before. So he would most likely breathe. Ron?
Yes.
Does that always happen? And he'll point down to the saddlebag.
Yeah, Roan, you see a golden glow coming from in the bag.
And she'll kind of like let Persephone doesn't know where he's going.
Mhm.
And she'll reach down and grab what the glowing thing is.
It is the mantle of Duda. It is glowing brilliantly. The gold seems to be most of the glow, though the white, samite of the cloth also, like you could see underground with the light that this thing is putting off right now.
She's going to smile and then look back at Umberto and go, "That's normal."
Except it isn't. Like, you know, they can do these. They're rumored to do these, but you never saw this one do it.
And then when she remembers that, she goes, "I think."
As you pull it out and you look at it, suddenly there starts to be a little murmuring going around. A mantle is returning. Is there going to be a knighting? Had you heard that there was going to be a knighting?
Oh no, people are looking at her now, right?
Everyone's looking at you.
As soon as Rowan says, adds that I think, Umberto shifts a little further away from Rowan on the card.
And then she's going to keep a hold of it. And keep moving forward.
Well,
and
what does this seem to be now?
Uh-oh.
You see the gates of the castle opening, walking out down the middle. Rowan, you would recognize because you've met him before. And Raphael, you would have seen pictures. And Mykolas, you probably would have seen pictures too, because this guy keeps showing up in wars over centuries. And it's one of the marks in the Sarmatian Commonwealth about this is why we don't get into fights with Inishmore. We don't want to deal with this guy. Luckily, he's far enough away. We don't usually have to deal with this guy. You see the king of Inishmore, the O'Bannon, walking down towards you all.
Raphael will feel her tense, like intensely. Like she suddenly is at attention in a very knightly way, and shoulders are up, and she will. I'm sorry, my brain is kind of dying a little bit. Is it normal to bow to him, or is he one of those like
he's
high
a
up
king
that
in his castle? So if you're not going to bow to
go.
him here, you don't know where else you would.
She's going to stop Persepolis and hop off, and then immediately bow and kneel.
He steps forward up to you. Roan Ibex. It's been some time. Rise, thank you.
And she will rise. My king?
He glances over at the mantle. The mantle of Duda has passed, it seems. So Sir Bryant is dead.
Yes, sir.
We suspected. The seat at the table had its shift. It grew a bit bigger even than for him. Like it knew. I suppose it did. You're here to be knighted, Lasse.
Yes, sir.
He looks around as everyone's watching. It's not every day we add a new knight to the Knights of the Graal. The Queen is here. Are you prepared? You know what this means.
Yep. I mean, yes, sir.
You don't have to say sir to me, lass. You'll be a Knight of the Graal. I'm not one of those. You'll answer to Elaine and her alone, and your oaths, of course.
Yes.
Lady of Sheepguard as well?
Yep. Yes.
Raphael, seeing Rowan kind of just clinch, is gonna also slide off of Persepolis and sort of loosely pull the reins forward and sort of stand behind Rowan and in a show of support, with Persepolis towering over him at this point, and is just going to do the whole arm across the chest and a bow of acknowledgement to the O'Bannon.
He would give you a nod. He looks you over carefully. You're a Castilian. Interesting.
See,
You a good follower of the church.
I am a follower of the church. Whether or not is good, it remains to be seen, at least as far as they are concerned.
Very well. Jack O'Bannon, King of Inishmore.
Your reputation precedes you.
I would certainly hope so. I worked hard to get it. And your name?
Rafael Rodriguez.
Well met, priest. And he will then look over to the front of the cart, Leonora. And who
Leonora,
might it be?
sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
He's like, and who might you be?
Lenora is still in the cart, like is observing these pleasantries and is like gaining an understanding. She is reading the O'Bannon.
So as she's looking at the O'Bannon, he's wearing actually adventurer's clothes. He famously has very little patience for finery and things like that. He always wants to be ready to go onto his next quest. He does wear a fairly well-worn but well-made cape around him. He's got long gray hair that is tied back behind his head. And as you look at him, you see the Reunion and the Prophet.
Ooh, okay. Not what I was expecting, but it's fine. To the response, Lenora's eyes currently in a bit of a green glaze as she's reading. She shakes it off really quickly to restore her normal green. My name is Leonora Orsini, Your Highness, and does a bit of a bow from the cart.
He will walk right on up to the cart and offer a handout.
She'll take a hand.
And shakes it. Welcome to Inishmore, Leonora Orsini.
It is my first time, so I hope it is a good time.
I hope you'll have a good time as well. Maybe you'll find plenty of things to read while you're here. He will then turn and look into the cart. And two more. You, he looks at Umberto. A Samartian soldier is a Samartian soldier regardless of their dress, and he's dressed the part. But you seem to be a bit of a mystery. What might your name be?
Umberto will get up and kind of hop out of the cart and stand kind of rigid and give a formal bow. Umberto Vitale.
That's interesting. It matches your voice. It matches your clothes. It doesn't match your face. I'd have guessed you were Montagnan.
That seems to be a recent development in my history, you could say.
A Montagnan raised Vidachin. I'm not sure if I like that combination. But it does seem like it would definitely be a recipe for trouble, and I do like that. I imagine you find your fair share of trouble wherever you go.
Since the day I was born.
Good to hear. And then he turns to Mykolas. And to a soldier from a land that makes good ones. Welcome. I'm Jack O'Bannon.
Yeah, it's good to meet you. And he'll do a sort of semi bow, like he's not comfortable with bowing in general. And it is good to meet you. I've heard of you. Your reputation precedes,
Ah, that reputation causes trouble everywhere. And I have noticed that ever since your king's clever move, you don't really know what to do with the nobility anymore. And I absolutely love that about you. If I was ever done here, I think I'd spend some time wandering your wastes.
It has its beauties and charms. It also has its dangers.
He looks at you all and says, "You are the traveling companions of a soon-to-be Knight of the Grawl."
She is a good and noble warrior. I am proud to call her an ally and a friend.
I feel nearly anyone would. Sir Bryant was not one to choose allies. He was always a friend, but allies he was choosy with. And he never regretted her, not once.
We've been through many a trial together.
Well, the word is getting out. And he looks around as there's whispering, and some of you would notice that new banners are actually being added to the towers. Banners of a golden cup being shown as they go down. Word's out, and the queen will be wanting to meet you all. Any last things you need, Rowan, before your life changes forever?
No. I can say that confidently because of how Sir Brian trained me and prepared me, and because of my friends. And yeah.
Very well. Come with me.
And when he is kind of out of earshot, she's still holding on to Raphael's hand, because at some point she grabbed his hand again. She will kind of bend down and whisper, "I'm so fucking scared."
And he will pause for a moment, especially if they're walking, and is just going to go, "Mi amor, you have faced so many things to get to this point. If anyone deserves to be proud to be here, it is you. So walk in there with your head held high and with the confidence in knowing that you have a group of people standing behind you. You are a knight.
Yeah.
And you are my love. So please walk strongly." And he'll squeeze her hand and just sort of reach up and kind of cup her face for a moment before Rain's still on holding Persepolis' reins. Not that he really even needs to. I feel like Persepolis is just following behind by instinct, and will still hold Rowan's hand as they sort of make their way forward and trail the horse behind them.
She's like, yeah. She's like,
as the O'Bannon is walking along, he says, "Of course, we have folks from all over in Ishmore are here with us to attend to the Queen as she needs them and offer their various requests and the like. There's one in particular I suppose you all might be interested in, a countess from the far north of the island. Countess Skaith, would you come and join us, please? And if we could bring in our special guest." And as the O'Bannon gestures, a woman of very difficult to determine age steps over at his gesture. Skahon, will you describe yourself, please?
You would see like you said, a woman. It's hard to know how old she is, but she has fairly pale skin, very golden hair. Her eyes are they're brown, but they've also got kind of a golden hue to them. She is dressed in it's not plain clothing, but it's not very flashy either. She's wearing a skirt, she's wearing a top, a blouse, and a belt. She's clad in some golds and reds throughout the patterned skirt as she steps up to where O'Bannon is.
Countess Skaith, so good of you to join us here. I thought you'd be interested to know we are to be knighting a new knight of the Grawl.
A new knight?
Lady Roan Ibex, Countess Skohon Skaith of Inishmore.
Hello. A pleasure.
Pleasure is mine. And what brings all of you here? Or is it just around here?
Oh no, they're all traveling.
Oh, okay, they're all traveling together.
Rowan will be putting on the mantle of Sir Duda, and is one of many talents, much like Sir Bryant before her, also a member of the Hunters Guild of Velgrim.
The Hunters?
Yes.
We are very proud of Rowan, and we are here to support her.
A little bit of tension in the shoulders, hearing Hunter. Well, wonderful to hear that you've been doing such a great job and getting the accolades to honor that. What
You were
brings...
about to approach the Queen, if you would care to accompany us. Wouldn't want you left out of a nobles party, after all.
I would hope not.
And so, with that, he leads you forward. The grand throne room of the castle in Donegal is not as flamboyant as some others. It is a very functional throne room. It's actually very similar to the one in Sheedguard. Does not feel like the grand palace of an entire kingdom, but it is. The Inish being not particularly given to flamboyance in that particular regard when it comes to their various edifices and the like. And sitting up on the throne, pale white skin, long curly red hair that is currently done up in a sort of almost crown figure around with the actual crown of the Glamour Isles around her head, is Queen Elaine of the Glamour Isles. She looks down. King O'Bannon, I hear there is a new knight to be inducted into the order. And he goes before her and gets down on one knee and gives a low bow. Indeed, my queen, there is. He gives a nod to him, looks over to Skahan. Countess Skaith, it is good to see you again as well.
Always a pleasure, Your Majesty.
And she stands up and walks forward. Lady Ibex, come forward. Bring your companions with you.
Took got real nervous. Rowan is gonna walk forward, and as soon as she gets in front of the queen, she's going to bow and then kneel in great respect.
I think.
Looks around. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I think Leonora would have hopped off the cart and also followed behind.
Yeah,
and
we're
just
gonna go
kind
ahead and say you left. Say
We
you
all
left the
followed
cart in the
suit.
courtyard. You didn't bring the cart. The horses are not
No!
here. Yeah.
Not in the throne room. But no, Lenora is going to be kind of following suit in whatever this particular manner is.
Yeah.
How do you all
Raphael
approach?
being just behind and two. Oh, go ahead. Sorry,
No,
my
go ahead.
lag is bad.
You're answering the question. Go ahead.
No, Raphael is just behind and to Rowan's right and is following her mannerisms in the bowing and the kneeling, and is just going to be behind Rowan and to the right.
Umberto, in the presence of a queen?
He would, once again, he'd get very rigid and give a very deep, formal bow.
Out of curiosity, she is a redhead. Full nobility there. Is that triggering anything for you?
He noticed, but he's like, nope, this one, nope, don't.
I'm not noticing nothing.
Didn't see nothing. Not this one. You focus. Eyes on the prize, buddy.
Mykolas has been in the presence of actual royalty before, so he does know a little bit more about how he's supposed to interact with them. So he gives a proper bow in the Sarmatian form, like this is how we do at home, and shows due respect. He is keeping quiet. Like, one, this is not his party. This is Roan's moment, and he knows it. And two, he does not want to draw too much attention after the events of the last thing he was at. So, yeah.
Let's go home. While this is happening and the party is reacting to the queen, what are you doing? You're here, you've been acknowledged, but it's not really about you. The eyes are not on you. So what are you doing?
When the group went up, obviously she stayed back a bit. She probably went to go get herself maybe a drink, some sort of beverage just to hold on to. And she's mingling, but her gaze is consistently staying on Roan, but the group as a whole.
Okay. As you are looking over the group as a whole, you see Rowan, and you've seen hunters, you've seen Knights of the Grawl, you've seen all of this before. And as you're looking at her, she looks like someone about to be inducted. Like the power is already wrapping around her. It's clear the Grawl has selected her. That you've seen before. As your eyes pass over Umberto, you see something very wrong. You see one eye filled with shadow. You see one eye filled with fire. And if you glance at him out of the side of your eye, you would swear that there were a pair of twins there. And then when you focus, it's just one man. The father, the priest, Raphael, the one who's sticking close to Rowan, has an odd glow about him. And it's curious. You've heard of this before, but not seen it yourself. The woman Leonora screams Fate Witch. Just everything about her, the way she looks at the room, the way she evaluates things, the way she reads the threads of fate that are moving through it. Very, and she's Vidachin. Odd that she, like, they tend to be much quieter about them. She does not seem to be hiding who she is. Rare for Vidachin women who, particularly Fate Witches, who get out of Vidachi. And when you look at Mykolas, you see a tall figure standing just behind him, a hand resting on his shoulder. That's a Devai. They don't come here. They stick mostly to the Commonwealth. How adorable.
Curious bunch.
Meanwhile, the court has sort of joined in. There has not been a formal calling of it. No herald has done anything. Outsiders are allowed to see what is about to happen, but this isn't for them. Elaine steps forward up to you, Roan, and places a hand on your shoulder. Roan Ibex, you have been chosen by your mentor, by the mantle, and by the Graal. Is it your intention? Fate has guided you. Your mentor has guided you. But in the end, this is a thing that must be chosen for yourself. Is it your intention to join
Yes, my
the
queen.
Knights of the Graal?
Oh, God. Sorry, I jumped the gun.
Yes, I'm sorry. Is it your intention to join the Knights of the Graal?
Yes, my queen.
Very well. Then, Roan Ibex. She smiles, and she pulls out a sword. It is gleaming. She holds it up, and she touches it to each of your shoulders. Roan Ibex, on the recommendation of your mentor, Sir Bryant, keeper of the Knight of Duda, I hereby knight you, Sir Roan Ibex, Knight of the Graal. And now repeat your oaths after me.
She'll nod.
Do you, Roan Ibex, swear to never raise your sword against an ally?
I swear to never raise my sword against an ally.
Do you swear to never abandon a fight before it is through?
I swear to never abandon a fight before it's through.
Do you swear to never break your word, nor help someone else to break theirs?
I swear to never break my word and to never help someone else break theirs.
Do you swear to never be idle when there's work to be done?
I swear to never be idle. There's work to be done.
Do you swear to never let your passions rule you? And she gives a bit of a side eye to Raphael on that one.
Does she catch the eye?
Oh, there's no way to miss it.
Yeah.
You're right there in front of her.
Well, Ron will actually. She'll be thinking about this one. I think with no hesitation, right after she will say, "I will never let my passions rule me."
Do you swear to never take for yourself something that belongs to another?
Man, it took me to start rereading all this shit. I will never take something for myself that belongs to another.
Do you swear to always serve the Graal?
I will always serve the Graal.
She holds up the sword, and in her hand you watch as it transforms into a golden goblet. Rise, Sir Roan Ibex, Knight of the Graal, holder of the Mantle of Duda, and drink.
She will stand very confidently, and she will politely take the Graal and drink.
As you drink, it is a portly wine. It is thick. And as you drink it down, you feel a rush to you. and the mantle that you'd been holding at your side suddenly vanishes from your grip, and it replaces the cape you had been wearing, infusing it. Your armor transforms around you, taking on a golden glint and gild. The armor that you had always seen on Sir Bryant, now on you, fitting you as if it had been built for you. Make us proud, Knight of the Grawl.
Thank you, my queen. And she will give a very deep bow.
As you step back, you feel whatever it was you drank infusing you, filling you. And you feel as the power of the mantle of Duda comes to you. You'll be some time mastering it, aka you'll get access to it next session. But
Okay.
You now have a sorcery.
Hey,
And that's now
join the
4 or
squad.
5 of our player characters.
Rocking out. And when I can use them, whew.
Yeah. And all around, suddenly at that, Jack O'Bannon, as I've said, well, if this isn't an opportunity for us to have a celebration, then I think we should have a celebration. Bring out the tables, bring out the food. We cannot have a night of the Mantle of Duda and not properly celebrate. Eat, drink. Let this be a celebration and a holiday for all. And the Inish, who do not need to be told twice, immediately died.
They all heard party and it was like, shit.
All right. As the party takes off and just immediately gets in and goes around, you all are, so it's a party about Rowan being knighted and coming into a power of her own. How are you all approaching this? Like, is it let's party hard, let's celebrate this? Is it, quite reserved to the back? How are people handling themselves?
I think
Who's the-
Lenora is having a very proud moment seeing their friend be knighted. This is what they've been wanting to get done since they've ever met them. And so just kind of like wanting to be reserved, but I feel that with the crowd that we are around, she's going to get kind of swept into the celebration.
Yeah, I think Mykolas he's going to be in very much a watchful mode. He's going to be pleasant. He's going to smile, and somebody comes and talks to him, he'll talk back. Like, it's not like he's being standoffish, but he's definitely positioning himself to watch over his friends in this moment. He'll keep an eye on
Designated
Leonora. Yeah. Well, guard dog privilege, I guess.
Mhm.
He's there to be guard dog privileged while the rest of them have fun.
Raphael.
Raphael is very proud and wants to celebrate and support Rowan in the best way he can. However, he is a stranger in a foreign land and does not know how to relax due to the fact that there is so much magic and sorcery that he does not understand here. And so while he is very happy, very proud, and smiling, and will even offer to play music for a bit if necessary, because he's got the violin. He will, but I don't think he will let himself like fully and completely relax just because this is so unfamiliar to him. But he will still try to enjoy it and support Rowan. It just I don't think he's going to lose himself in the throes of it all.
All right.
Well, he's going to try not to anyway.
We'll go to Umberto next. How is Umberto handling the party?
He's kind of mirroring Mykolas. He's making small talk with people that are, talking to him, but he's more focused on everybody else in the group just to make sure that they're okay. And he's kind of he's excited for Roan, but at the same time, he's like, this is great. I'm falling apart, but this is great. But yeah, he's kind of focusing on making sure that everything is good with them more than himself.
All right. And Rowan, you are the Knight of the Mantle of Duda. You are the partying Knight of the Grawl. How is Rowan handling her first party under that mantle?
I think just if you allow me to flavor it, she always liked to party, like especially when she was directly under Sir Bryant and going to these parties with him. But I think now that she has been knighted and now has these powers and this ability and this title, it's like a fire, like fuel lit under a fire, like under like a like an engine, and she is breathing heavily, and she's like, "Woo!" Just she is respectfully partying, and as soon as she gets the chance to, she's starting to tell tales. And for some reason, normally where she'll stutter and try to remember do her best to remember something. Instead, these stories are popping in her brain easily and at a snap of a finger. And she is retelling things, and she does have the habit of making herself very glamorous in these stories. And now that she actually has the axe that she trained to use her whole life, she is like lifting it with no issue, and she's retelling these stories and drinking because she cannot get drunk whatsoever. And she is partying. She's that frat dude that is like in the middle.
Somehow there's rave music and
Yeah.
it's going off. As this party is going on, the O'Bannon is watching all of this and then walks over to stand next to Skahan. You all are over on the side, just sort of looking at this party, these adventurers, as they are mingling and celebrating. I've confirmed it. They are the ones who helped Lady Talara.
I believe that.
You know what it is they intend to request.
Request of me.
The Dachshund. He will be torn apart permanently soon if they cannot come up with a solution.
I can tell. He's already so torn up. So he needs pieces of himself again.
And that will mean going somewhere only you can take him.
Aye. Is he up for going?
Only he can answer that question. I'd advise allowing him to bring his friends with. A group such as that, they may be of use to you.
She'll nod. Perhaps. And she's not been like looking at O'Bannon. She's been talking to him, but watching the crowd, and she'll look at him. They have a hunter in their mix, though.
They do. But one trained by Sir Bryant.
A hunter is a hunter.
But their prey is not always the same.
And how do I know that I, or my own, wouldn't become the prey?
You have my permission to do whatever it takes to determine that for yourself. I will not interfere.
Oh, I think I was going to do that anyway, but I appreciate your permission.
He smiles. If we ever crossed blades, it would be a glorious fight. But I would not enjoy the winning or the losing.
Then let us hope we never get to that point. Except maybe a little bit of fun.
I'm always down for a little bit of fun. Very well. Give her, and he gestures to Rowan, the rest of her party. In the morning, the games can begin. And with that, we are going to take a quick break. Here's some information on some other shows we have, and we will be back in just a few.
After Demetrius notices Verity's death stare and realizes his attempt has gone completely awry, he will just cheers Smael and just very looks at his strength as he just kind of walks over to Verity, and he kind of, are you okay?
So we're far enough away that her brother and Sophia can't hear us. Yeah, that's the goal here.
You're fairly certain that with the general din of the cup, she would at least have difficulty hearing, and she does seem to be.
But I mean,
she
we're
does seem to be engaged with your brother.
But
I'm engaged with your brother.
Yeah, we're at a distance. She would grab Demetrius's collar and yank him through her, and she'd be like, "I need you to seduce that woman."
Verity.
No, don't even try to be like, I know you. I know what you're capable of. I have read all of the things that have been served to you because they're a very good read. But you are going to seduce that red-headed girl and make her fall madly in love with you. Do you understand?
Normally, I am.
She's going to touch her dagger at her hip and be like,
Or maybe the monarch is drawn to it.
This is possible as well.
Shalrus was built long after the catacombs were dug, so you move around. It could be a connection to the blood, particularly with the connection with the blood and the sorceries. What was your...
Fascinating, yes. Connections in blood. We have to continue.
We are walking. We're making our way. They worry very much, don't they?
You're the one who said that we needed to be quiet and careful, and you're over here, blah, 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 blah. How interesting. You're so beautiful. Blah, 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 blah.
What?
What?
I don't believe I ever called... I mean, you are all, yes, quite pretty, but...
That's twice now. And she would just walk past them.
Everyone is being very strange today.
I walk up to Verity. Verity. I need you to seduce that man.
He said it. He said it.
Don't call it a callback. We never left.
She'd whisper back to him, look, I haven't read a lot of books either.
And welcome back. So the party goes pretty well, and you all get set up in fairly nice apartments in the castle. Rowan, you walk in, and this was the apartment that was always reserved. Actually, no, because that would be in Avalon itself. It's a room reserved for a Knight of the Grawl. Should one be visiting? It's not one specific to Duda because they rarely are hosting all of the knights at once, but it is reserved for that. Most of you are relatively nearby in various guest quarters and the like, and night falls. Would you all be staying alone? Would anyone be staying together? Let me know. There are rooms available for you each to have your own room. So where would you all be sleeping? Yes.
How late is the party going?
Yeah.
The Inish party hard. Like we're talking like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Finally, everything's dying down. Like the minstrels are going, the drinks are flowing. It's a new Knight of Judah. They're not going to undersell this party.
Lenora is just letting go and is enjoying this party and is probably not gonna go to her room unless like the party ends or unless someone brings her to her room. So she'll probably end up having her own room.
So Lenora's getting white girl wasted.
Let's get white girl wasted.
The only one who can.
It's true. I didn't take the fee.
None of, but to no one's surprise at all, Raphael's not leaving Rowan's side the entire night. Period. He's whether or not he drinks. I don't think he does. Even if he's offered, he'll drink water or juice or something, but he's not going to drink alcohol at all. But he is going to support Rowan and be nearby, at least within just shy of an arm's reach or within arm's reach, depending on what she's doing.
Mykolas will probably stay up long enough to keep an eye on Leonora until she goes to bed. He's probably the one who walks her up to her room.
Umberto?
He wouldn't leave down there until every last one of his group has decided enough is enough. So he is there until the very end, but he's not doing any kind of drinking or anything. He is just focused.
Rowan, you are having quite the party, and there is a special drink being offered. We're in Inishmore. They have busted out the Crather.
I think that is when she goes, no, me, fuck it, woo! Yeah.
So Crather, for those who don't know, is the water of life, the spiritually awakened whiskey that bypasses the cannot get drunk advantage. So anyone who is imbibing, who would try the Crather when offered? We know Rowan well. Lenora?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh no. We about to get lit in this bit.
Lenora, your sight is exploding around you. You are seeing threads. You are seeing fate walking, threads that to a normal fate which would have dissolved away to nothing ages ago are there. It's like they're ghosts, but they're not frightening. It's just you can see the paths and the signs, and it's incredible. Yeah.
I will say that like whenever she has indulged in a drink or there has been a celebration that she has been at, she may have gotten like into the spirit, but was never not necessarily permitted, but she was told against being like completely into the celebration, that her favorite thing to do was to read the strings of fate and just to like see them all interweaving and everything like that. So she's absolutely being tripped out and being like overzealous about all of these different threads just dancing with each other and moving around and then seeing the new fate. Literally having her own techno party in her mind.
There is, so all of the threads in here are interwoven in some way, shape, or form. Like they are linked back, many of them to the Yoban and many of them to Elaine, interwoven many chords, people who are not just coincidentally connected to each other, like in the way that your threads have connected with the rest of the party, but folks who've been intentional about it. Like there's almost like, it's almost like a crochet of threads in the way that they're forming. And you've seen this around Avalonians before, like the mantles of the Knights of the Graal have an odd effect on fate. But there is one thread that stands alone. It travels through all of the others, but does not seem to be directly affected by any of them. And that belongs to the Countess. The Countess Scaife. as she moves. And as you look at her reading your butt off,
I am reading so much right now.
you see cards that you don't recognize. One of them is fire. And as you're looking at it and watching the colors swirl around, reds, oranges, blues, the words "the Inferno" appear in your mind. And as you look at the other, you see an ocean under a starry sky. And at first you think you're looking at the moonless night, but that's wrong. It's not the moonless night. That is a sky that never had a moon. It is called the far sea. Those words appear in your mind.
She is currently like seeing all of like this basically blanket of weave and the one thread standing alone, and she can't help but move towards it and to dance around it in a way, not like actually, but like moving around it and just like studying it and looking at it. You can tell that she has a lot of joy in her face and wonder in her face in this moment. Probably something that if Skajon is watching, she's probably never seen this level of pure joy and wonder from a Vadachi woman before. As she gets closer and closer and closer until like she unknowingly is before Skajon at this moment.
Skajon, there's music, there's magic, and you see this Vadachan girl really coming up to you. Just all this wonder. What do you do?
Is she dancing up to Skajon, or is she just kind of like how are you approaching?
She's not dancing to the music per se. She's more so just like waltzing through the room, following this thread that is notably tethered to you. But like very aimlessly. Like it's not meaning to specifically go to you. It's mostly just like, I am so fixated on this string and so fixated on these cards that are attached to it.
Mm-hmm. Skajon would, seeing you like that, I think she would actually try to take your hand and try to pull you into a dance. It's a fun dance as you are trying to maneuver this string.
She would take it with a bit of a gasp in the moment, but then just remember she's at a party and kind of drop the fantasticalness for just a moment and kind of be serious while she's also been drinking. But she's going to take your lead and enjoy the company.
As you guys are dancing together, because Skajon has watched all of you all night. She's very intrigued by this little group and was kind of seeing the way that Leonora was waltzing around and understanding a little bit more about what kind of power she has. As you guys are dancing, there would be like a sly grin that would appear on her face. And for a brief moment, it almost looked like these glimmering golden scales appeared and then disappeared in an instant.
She would take that information of just the mere glimmer of something on your face, and she's going to go, "Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I must be drinking too much."
Or not enough.
I don't typically go this deep into parties. Apologies. It was Skajon, yes. The Countess. Oh my goodness. And she's going to like drop your hand and kind of like go into a bit of a weird bow that she's kind of like gremlining for a second.
Scone would laugh for a second and would pick up her hand again and pull her back up, twirl her around, and at the moment, we're simply dance partners.
It's been years since I've really had a dance partner. Oh goodness. So
And
you,
a suitor has tried to take you out dancing. You seem like natural.
well, I should say that I did dance before. And then
Hmm.
she's like looking around and trying to like pick an eye on like Mykolas because they did share that dance at the one bar one time. Um,
He's
but
been watching the whole time.
I'm sure he has.
You are like so drunk right now, so I highly doubt that any look over to him was subtle. So
No, I was like
that guy.
that guy.
Scahone will look at that guy
That guy.
and go,
He will approach with a sort of a nod of respect as he gets close.
she looked to you as we were talking about dancing, so I assume she would like to dance with you again, and she'll plop. She will twirl Leonora and plop her hand into Mykolos's and just sort of stand there expectantly.
And Mykolas, you're gonna get a very unsteady Leonora for a second.
Yeah, he will give her time to stabilize. Like he's not going to. He's waiting for her to decide what she wants to do at that point.
Natalie, give me a resolve in athletics. You
I would
are
love to.
super drunk. You just got twirled. We're gonna see how well Lenora is holding herself together.
So twirly. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Flare.
We got. Are you kidding me? We got one.
Well, one raise. The good news is the contents of your stomach stay in your stomach.
Hell yeah.
But you are falling into Mykolos's arms.
Mhm.
At this point.
As she's like fallen into his arms and still has like one hand on him and then obviously another one like around him to kind of steady herself. She
I'm
looks at
getting
them.
also 2 minor wounds just from
You got it.
Whoops.
How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. You come to our table. No, I'm just kidding.
You're right,
She's going to
dude.
look up at Mykolas and just say, "Hi, stranger. Did you want to dance? Oh, I'm not supposed to say that, are I? Oh, God."
Oh, you're fine. I will be glad to have it to dance with you anytime you want. Are you okay?
She's just going to smile. Mm-hmm.
He will. He'll smile at her. Perhaps a slower dance, so you can get your head about you.
I like those. Yeah, it's smart.
And he will enter into a slow dance with Leonora.
As they start to slow dance, the Countess is going to sort of walk by them, but it's almost as though she walked so fast. It's almost like she appeared in another area across the room.
She's with you, and then you look up, and she's not there anymore. She's over there.
It's possible his
Lenora
focus
does not see that at all.
Yeah, it's possible his focus was not on the Countess in that particular moment.
All right. We're going to shoot over Rowan. So Rowan has had Crather before. Yeah. And Crather has always had a weird effect on you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can feel the old power inside you. It's not hunger. The Crather does not make hunger, but you can you can feel those old reflexes coming back. Things that even with your incredible abilities, you would not normally be able to duplicate on your own. Is Rowan going to show off?
Oh no. Oh no. Do she think it would be a bad idea to, suddenly start fucking floating in the middle of the yard?
You wouldn't float, but you could jump. No, but you could, yeah.
Well, in my opinion, jumping and kind of holding there for a small bit is floating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what? I think she recognized she grew up here, not in this particular area, but like she recognized quite a bit of people that she did get along with really well, and she hasn't seen them in a while, and she is bigger and stronger, so she probably would show off. No, right. She probably wouldn't be able to help herself.
So Lenora not going to see any of this, but for those who are watching Rowan, particularly Raphael and probably Umberto as well, she's getting particularly gymnastic in her approach. And some of the jumps and some of the twists and some of the dance moves, they might be defying the laws of physics. And it's sort of like watching, Michael Jackson bust out, the Smooth Criminal lean for the first time. Like, it's just,
if
think that's how gravity works.
If I may, and I think she sang for everyone once. She is, while she's doing this, she has taken over kind of like whoever the singer was, and she's now singing songs and doing these acrobatic impossible moves at the same time. Yeah, I ain't singing for you. You thought I was about to bust out a note, huh? It ain't happening.
We were thinking about it. We were.
Raphael, Umberto, any reactions to this?
He stares at her a little more intently, and there's still the admiration is obviously still there. She is in her element. I don't really think there's any immediate cause for his concern. He's, as it was so lovingly pointed out, he is not unfamiliar with how agile she is. But this is her first gig, as it were, as the knight of Duda, the night of celebration, the night of all of the things, everything that Sir Brian was in. Like, there is some of Sir Brian's influence, but what he sees is Rowan getting to be Rowan at her fullest and most unmasked, and that is something that he admires. So that is his general countenance, if anyone were to outside were to observe him.
Is Rowan wearing her armor?
Rowan?
Yeah.
Then Umberto is looking at her like, that shouldn't be possible. No one in full armor can move like that.
I mean, I think I will say though, like towards where this is happening, the pauldrons are probably off. And a handstand has happened at least once, twice, 4 times. But other than that, she is still full on.
Yeah, like this is
full on dancing and moving.
All right. The party goes well. Skohan, anyone else you engage with at the party itself?
She would actually make her way over to Umberto at some point.
Umberto, you see a countess approaching you.
As soon as he sees her like approach, he'll kind of give another, stiff formal bow. Good evening. Are you enjoying yourself?
Always a fun time at a party like this. How about yourself?
I'm well. Did he notice Lenora just going completely hammer time?
Yep.
Complete hammer
There's
time.
no one in the room who has not seen Lenora. Yep.
Well, my Kujina has let her hair down, and Rowan is apparently learned a new type of magic. But yeah, I'm having a great time.
A great time sitting over here on the sidelines.
I'm keeping an eye on my friends. It's my duty. It's what it's who I am. At least I think. I don't know who I am anymore, to be honest with you.
Umberto, give me your resolve and hide. Three. On a 3, no one in the party recognizes the same jolt of pain that you feel deep in your chest. Skahon, you see the magic pulse and the soul tear just a little more.
She'll sort of look him up and down a little bit after that. I'm not sure who you are. Or trying to stitch yourself back together.
When I started this journey, I thought I knew who I was, and I ended up with more questions than answers. And yes, now I find myself coming apart at the seams. That's why we're here. I need to find a traveler who I heard could possibly help me.
A traveler? Do you know their name?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around who they are.
What do you know about them? Perhaps I can help.
And he'll kind of look around and I'm told they're very old and would, I'm guessing with that age, be very wise in what they could tell me or what they could do for me.
So we're looking for a little old man.
That would be disappointing, to be honest.
I don't know. Little old men are so cute.
Yes, but little old men don't have books written about them, don't have stories told of their magnificence and their presence the way this one is. Honestly, even if this weren't me seeing them was due to this, I would still want to meet them just for the sheer magnificence of it.
So how are you planning to find them if you don't know very much about them?
We were given a general direction, and he'll kind of glance over at Lenora for a brief second and go, I figured I would just leave this one to fate. Even though me and her don't exactly see eye to eye anymore.
Oh,
It seems fate likes to play games with me, and sometimes she can be a cruel mistress. Kujina is very good at playing with her strings, but sometimes I think she's just a little too much of a mischievous little prankster.
Fate can only play games with you if you allow yourself to be a pawn in the game.
I am no pawn.
Are you not?
Umberto, you have another moment of pain. I'm actually going to give you a minor wound. And as you kind of bend over from it, looking down, in between the Countess's feet, you see a third penny.
And this right here is proof. And he'll carefully bend down and pick it up. And then he'll look at her.
She's just smiling.
Now that can't be a coincidence.
She'll smile. Yeah, like I said, she's just smiling at you. I hear you're looking for me.
Here be dragons.
Dragon.
Umberto, for just a moment as you're looking at her, your eyes glance over a mirror that's up on one of the walls. And standing in front of you, apparently a human woman, and in the mirror, somehow, a giant dragon.
I was right. Magnificent.
We'll be talking tomorrow, yeah?
Provided that I see the next sunrise, yes.
You will. Because you're going to come and talk to me, yes. So you have to.
Who am I to disappoint a beautiful woman?
There might be hope for you yet then. And she's going to just saunter off.
He will just watch her walk away, and he will smile, and he will look up. Good joke. Still not going to make us friends, but there's hope.
That evening, you all finally find your way to your various rooms or wherever you are. Mykolas Princess carries Leonora to her room because she wasn't going to get there any other way. And and you all get settled down and are to rest. Roan and Raphael together in Rowan's rooms. Mykolas and Umberto both in private rooms. Leonora in a private room. Drooling and having a grand old time. And right around dawn, it's been a rough night, even for those who didn't drink. There was a lot of activity and folks are resting. Scajon, who are you visiting first?
Roan.
Roan and Raphael.
Oh,
You
God.
are resting. Rowan, looking rough.
Oh yeah, no, like the curls, the massive curly afro is fucked up. it looked like a pineapple tree. You know how like it's just all up, it's just up to the
Oh,
top.
You did that on
goodness.
purpose, clearly.
I mean, obviously.
For the
it's like-
record, on the I'm gonna go ahead and give Rowan 2 minor wounds worth of you were
Party
drinking
damage.
Ace and you were hitting it hard. And as you're in there and the light starts coming in the room, suddenly your sense, Rowan, recognizes you two are not alone in the room.
she's gonna go from hangover to like just shooting up.
And then immediately recognizing it because that hangover did not go away.
And then
My darling, hold on a second. Just let me get you some water. And it's gonna look and see because he doesn't know. It's gonna look.
And standing at the foot of the bed is the Countess Skaith.
Good morning. You have not caught me at my best. And just sort of coughs for a second. It's just like,
The crater kind of does that to everyone.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your senses need some training, darling. She's been here for like a few minutes. Oh
No, I don't know what. I have heard of crater. I've never had any myself.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did not partake last night. Well,
No, I did not. I can't really get drunk anymore anyway.
well, I
you
want you
would
to
on
know.
crater.
Yeah, the crater kind of fixes that issue. I sensed
Water.
a while ago that yes, water. I'll talk to the. You just yep. I
Yeah,
sensed a
and
while
he's gonna
ago
get up,
that
get dressed, and do the thing. Sorry.
that you yourself is probably a wondrous being all in all, but did you have to just appear at the foot of the bed where the light is perfectly reflecting off of your beautiful face right into my fucking eye? It's just kind of like move to the side, like oh.
I could have appeared. I could be over right and directly in front of this window if you prefer.
Just just a smidge. And then she'll think for a second and go, wait, why are you in front of my bed?
Wanted to come and congratulate the newest knight and see how you were doing this morning.
I want you to know there are 3 of you, and I'm assuming you're not doing that.
How do you know I'm not?
Yeah, funny. Huh, you have jokes. And then she'll start getting dressed. And she was kind of dressed. She doesn't always sleep in the nude. And she'll go, I'm assuming it's for a reason why you have visited us.
I got a chance to talk with some of your compatriots last night. Didn't really get a chance to talk with you both.
Oh. Okay.
Should I?
If you give me just a moment, and Raphael will walk over to Roan. Am I about to do this? I think I might be. Okay,
You
so
don't have to.
Do it. I don't know what it is, but do it.
He is basically going to spend a hero point and use a miracle worker to help Rowan. And as he's doing this, he's making sure to grab a hold of. He has the cup in his hand, and he's gonna, after he does that, kind of by just brushing a bit of loose hair behind and out of her face, just a little bit, and just sort of resting his hand on the side and just letting that hit her and hoping that that will cure her hangover and at least give her the water.
I'll say Miracle Worker will wash away most of the hangover. You are functional. You're not. I'm leaving the wounds. You were not a dramatic, so there isn't a dramatic to heal. But the You're now able to think.
And then she'll kind of sit there, kiss him on the forehead. Thank you. And then now, with a right mind, swirl and look at the countess and go, "You're here for a reason. I don't feel threatened, so why?"
I wanted to see how bad of a threat you are.
Okay. Just gonna and go, what do you mean?
You're been knighted now, and you come from a background of hunters, yes?
Yep, most of my life.
Most of your life. But
Yes.
So there's been a time where you weren't?
No.
When was that?
Why do I feel like it's one of those things where you kind of already know? But
I
you're
don't.
going to ask anyway. You don't? Okay. All right. Making sure you're not one of those all-knowing beings that we've been encountering. And she's gonna sit on the bed. Since I was about 8, 9, been dealing with hunter things.
So the beginning of your life was not the hunt, but it's been ever since.
Yes. Well, it's honestly started out as me being the prey and then being the hunter.
The prey?
Yes, yeah.
Of what?
For lack of a better term, vampires. Or vampiric things, should I say. Kind of a problem where I grew up. Or was supposed to grow up anyway.
Yes, those leeches upon society.
I think her eye twitches just a tiny bit at that word.
There's such a nuisance.
Yeah.
But you survive.
I mean, with
and did not
a
become
lot
the
of
prey.
No, I did not, but I do have a lot of scars.
Don't we all?
I don't.
Want one? Sorry, that was a habit.
Even if you were to give me one, my love, I promise you it would not last long.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And how much do you enjoy the hunt?
Well, it started off as something that I needed to learn to survive. And now it is something that I get to do when I need to protect my friends and or someone needs my help.
I asked how much you enjoy it, not the motivation behind it.
Oh. I think this is the one where she realized she hasn't really thought about that until now. And she goes, kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of. Yeah. Sometimes it's a joy, sometimes it's not, depending on the hunt and the day.
Her face, like this whole time, she's not looked at you with ire or like she's curious. She's been very curious this whole time. And like trying to be a little bit like light and playful. But as this conversation is turning a little bit, she's going to become a little bit more serious. Kind of enjoy it. Are you able to resist a hunt, even if it would be a remarkable one?
Yeah. Not all things need to die, even monsters.
And who determines who gets to die and who doesn't?
Huh? The situation, I wouldn't say necessarily a person.
So not you.
No. Gods, no. And she will continue to put on her shirt, or her whatever, the overshirt, that's what it's called.
A curious lot. She'll look at Father Raphael. There we go. I was like, wait a minute. And she'll look over at Raphael. Did you share a history with hunting as well, or?
Not in the way that you would think, and not even in that way, realistically speaking. And he just kind of realizes what he just said out loud. He says, I am a priest. That is, yes, I am a priest, but I am not like the ones in red and black. I am a bit different.
I'm not like other priests.
As cliche as it sounds, yes.
And what makes you different?
I don't wear red and black, first of all. That is not... While I agree that knowledge must be looked over and shared, I do not follow the tenets.
Then can you call yourself a priest?
I can, because what defines me as a priest is my faith, not by much else.
And what do you believe in? What is your faith?
My faith is that we can all learn from each other. And that while caution in most things is paramount, I do not believe that someone should be instantly damned or brought to heel simply because of what they are, what they do, or what power they might possess. It matters very little to me. It matters very little under the light of the prophet, if you want to get down to it. But I am not here to preach a sermon.
Fascinating.
I'm sure. Such as you are.
I try to be. Got to keep the mortals on their toes. And as she says that, she just disappears out of the room.
Oh, God.
And
Who's
Roan
getting a
is
visit
going to
next?
then... Oh, sorry.
Skahan, who's getting a visit next?
Mykolas.
Mykolas, you are in the process of waking up. You're an early riser, and you didn't drink particularly hard at all. So you're getting up and getting ready. How's Mykolas processing? They got the dance.
He's happy.
Nice.
I mean, it was... There's a little bit of a... It was nice, but she won't remember it because she wasn't sober. It's different if she made it a decision with a clear head. But still, it was nice to go for a dance.
All right, and as you are getting up and preparing and moving around, suddenly there's someone else in the room.
Mykolas will turn around his stance is very much the stance of somebody who's ready to go from zero to violent in no time. And then he sees who is there, I assume,
Mm-hmm.
and goes, "Good evening. I have
You mean morning?
yes, indeed. I have an unfortunate history of finding beautiful women in my room."
Did you just say it was unfortunate that I was here?
No, I've just had some bad experiences. But how can I help you?
Did you enjoy your dance last night?
I did. And
As good as the one that y'all had before?
I would have enjoyed it more if she were more herself.
And what's to say that's not herself? Being able to be more fun and carefree.
Oh, fun and carefree I'm fine with. A clear head, though, to make clear decisions. I would love to.
She seemed like she was able to follow a trail pretty well, even that in that state.
That's true. But I try not to take advantage of people who are intoxicated.
Only those who are intoxicated that you keep that in mind with.
I try not to take advantage of anyone, let alone someone I care very deeply for.
I knew you cared. The voice purrs in your ear. And Skahan, you hear the voice that no one else can ever hear. You see the Devi there behind him. You hear her whispering to him.
Does she follow you everywhere?
He's going to take a long moment before answering, as he just looks Skahan in the face, into the eyes. Yes, old lady of the Dark Wing.
No one else sees her yet.
No one else. Except creatures not unlike her.
She'll just smile.
Rona tilts her head and walks out from behind Mykolas. And Mykolas, you usually can't see her. You usually just hear the voice. But in this moment, you can see Rona there. Just like in your dreams and visions that you've had before.
What is she to you?
Complicated.
Isn't it always?
Love you too, Mykolas.
Was I inaccurate?
What are you?
She'll blink and then dragon eyes will appear. And then she'll blink again and they're gone.
We were relatively certain your kind had entirely died out.
We almost did. And yet here I stand.
Are you the dragon we were told was to find?
Aye.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's mine. I'm told that you'll need my help with something.
I think Umberto does. I'm just here as companion, protector.
Companion, protector. And what exactly are you going to protect them all from?
Anything that comes.
Is that how you got tangled up with this one? Just pointing to.
Yes. I protect my people. I protect my company. I protect the people I love.
Be wary, Mykolas.
I know.
Her and her brand. They were dealt with for a reason.
And what reason was that, my dear? For what reason do you think?
Betrayal.
Betrayal. We were the protectors.
Protecting from what?
We protected the boundaries.
You sought to hold us back, just as you sought to hold the humans back in their time, and you paid the price for that, didn't you?
I would appreciate it if the two of you did not level the city to resolve this argument.
She will shoot a look at Mykolas. It looked like I was going to do anything against her.
I didn't know if she was or you were. And I've been involved in too many conflicts with powerful things of late.
She could no more touch me than your Faith Witch could. And without you, I cannot touch her.
And I have no intention of raising my hand to you.
He can be boring like that sometimes.
You know not what you speak.
Perhaps. I tried to do my best.
And I was talking to her.
Ah.
She's the one trying to state lies as facts.
Then where was the lie, dragon? Or do you know? Were you one of the ones born in darkness?
Steam comes out of her nose. I watched them all die, and you dare speak to me like this?
You had every opportunity to join us.
And do what?
Serve the Empress. But you could never serve, could you, dragon?
I served in my way. As a guardian of the Seventh Sea. We all were. We protected that boundary. And you, and your lot, simply wanted it for your own.
You'd lost the ability to hold it. It was us or them eventually.
Eventually was nowhere near. And we did everything that we could. We were doing everything that we could to keep it safe. Your lack of faith. After we served for millennia, what did we ever do to make you think that we couldn't hold our own?
She smiles and turns to Mykolas. Take what you need from this creature. There is an old deal that her ancestors struck with the Divide. We will not interfere with her business. And they paid the price for that dearly, didn't you?
You are so lucky I cannot wrap my tail around your neck.
Mykolas will speak up and say, and whatever the Thean equivalent is of Gaelic to her, I apologize for her words. She likes to use them to hurt people when she can't do it normally.
Because she is weak and she knows it.
I wish you no harm. I am just here to help my friends.
And how much do you listen to this one? She follows you around telling you what you should and shouldn't do. How much do you listen to her?
Not nearly as much as she wants me to.
What you do?
I choose not to kill when she calls for me to kill. I am a creature of war, and I am not in a war.
Are you not?
I'm as much her prison as anything.
If I'm to help your friend, nothing that she says needs to be listened to or followed.
That is not terribly difficult for me to do.
Until you want it.
Want what?
The power. Humans are not so different from Sierna. Eventually, the power he'll want to protect his friends. It takes him deeper. And then one day, if he learns it all, then you and I can have a real conversation without this white knight between us.
I may have a word about that, should that come to pass.
You may want power. I can understand that. But there are better ways of finding it, man.
He's made his deal. He's in it now.
You made the deal.
3, in fact.
To save people, to save lives.
I hope those lives were worth it.
I think they are.
I hope your deal doesn't blow up in your face.
So do I.
It will, though.
If you have any advice on that front, I will listen. You know them better than I do in some regards.
Yes, share the details of the deals your kind made. No? It's been a pleasure speaking to you, Scathe.
It is a pleasure to meet you, sir.
You. It's a pleasure to meet you. Looking at her again. I hope he finds a way to get you the fuck off. And she's going to exit the room. The same disappearing act.
You always talk such a big game. And as she leaves, Rona vanishes back to her usual. You're not seeing her. You always talk a big game when there's a maiden, a beautiful lady who might need your help. You can hate me as much as you want, Mykolas.
Why do you have to make me hate you?
Because you wouldn't do it the other way. If you would rather love me.
No.
That's a two-way road.
I want you to not be a villain.
What is villainous?
Constantly seeking me to cause harm, to kill, to hurt people.
I have given you power such as no mortal should ever possess, and then you get angry at me for wanting you to use it as more than a party trick.
You wonder why I am antagonistic to you. This is why you keep pushing for me to be someone who hurts people when I don't have to. I don't mind using violence to solve a problem that needs violence to solve it. But I don't take pleasure in killing people. And I'm not your tool, and I never will be.
And yet you're so willing for me to be yours. Spare me the hypocrisy, Mykolas. Do not be offended by the way I seek to use you when you use me constantly. And we are going to flip on from here. The sun rising further up in the sky. I'm going to say, Skahan, you're going to go to Leonora next.
That is who I would have chosen if I had gotten the
So, Leonora, everything hurts. You're in bed. You have no idea how. You're tucked in. It's comfy. But ow.
I have a major migraine. All that jazz. I'm looking around this room and just kind of admiring the architecture and the art that is on the wall as I'm kind of coming to.
And as you come to at the foot of your bed, stands Skahan's cave.
She's going to blink a few times to be like, is this real or am I like hallucinating right now?
I'm here, my dear.
Respectfully, I did not give you permission to come into my room. If I was even a bit more sober, there would be a knife that way.
Well, good thing I showed up when you weren't sober enough for that then.
Oh, that was bad decisions.
Sometimes we have to make bad decisions to have the bit of fun in our lives, no?
See, speaking of, I apologize. Countess, was it? Is there Skahan? Is there a reason that I am graced in my bed with your presence?
Wanted to check in on you and see if perhaps I could be a bit of help with the after effects of a good night out.
She kind of like takes her hair, which is currently still in her face, and just like whips it behind her, and she kind of ties it off with a ribbon that she has on her wrist. Are you magic? Can this be lifted with any sort of ailment or?
Going to walk around the bed, and I will spend a villain point then. And she's going to start. She's going to stand slightly behind. Are you sitting up or are you laying down right now?
I would be sitting up at this point.
Okay. She's going to walk around just enough so she's kind of behind you. And she's going to start sort of kind of scratching the top of her head. And it's almost like very light claw feeling on your scalp. As she just sort of clears away your hangover. One little scritch at a time.
Oh.
The sensation, Leonora, is like all of those threads you were looking at before knotted in your brain and then, like, with a few just simple tugs, they come loose.
I feel as if I do that again, I should give you some sort of a call. Oh God. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. You did not have to do that.
I know. But I wanted to.
Well, I assume that this meeting is not only to cure a sad girl's hangover. I hope I didn't do anything too obnoxious last night. If I have anything to apologize for, I apologize immediately.
Oh no, you didn't do anything you need to apologize for. You were a very good girl.
Oh. It's fine. It's fine. Natalie's fine. All right. In that case, how can I be of service?
I was curious about what you were looking for when you came up to me last night.
Oh, that I well, and she looks at Scajon, and she looks down at her hands that are wrapped in her rags. And at this moment, she's going to unwrap them. And she is going to, while she is kind of soothing her wounds at the moment, she is going to release some fate points over to Scajon. So, hey, you get 4 more villain points.
All right.
What a good day to be me.
Yay!
For the record, we are at 8 villain points currently.
Yummy.
I need to do more shit.
Do the shit you want. We got.
There you go.
Everything is on fire. No, I'm just kidding.
She's going to tend to her wounds and do a rewrapping kind of ceremoniously as she does every morning. And she goes, well, I assume that you are you have been a part of Inishmore a very long time, and
You can say that, yeah.
And you've probably seen similar sorceries or faces come by. I was trying to just admire the strings of fate for a moment. They come and go when I need them, but last night, the one drink, the creme, just like trying to reach for the word and not really getting it.
Craver.
Yes, the Craver. It opened up a bit of a third eye situation, and I could see all of fate right before me in such glorious colors. That's what I remember. And it was just so beautiful. It's curious, a thing of fate. Even with one who's worked with it for so long, there's still something brand new you can learn about it. And I wish to learn as much as I can.
Do you ever toy with it? Or do you just admire?
Toying is such a unresponsible word.
Then what would you call it?
I would say managing.
Managing?
With what I can. With what I can prevent.
How often does that work out for you?
More so now than used to. I didn't really get a good grasp of what this meant until I came upon this party. Just being around them teaches me a lot.
So you have the ability to change fate.
To adjust.
Adjust. Have you ever regretted it?
She looks at her wounds as this question echoes in her brain. And she touches her necklace that she's still wearing. I've regretted not using it. Or not knowing when to use it. If maybe it could have helped in a former life. But regrets, no. I pay the price every time.
What price do you pay?
She just holds up her arms.
The arms show significant scarring, burns, but in addition, as she had that release before, you felt magical potential just pile up in the room. Like the strands of magic that you manipulate are everywhere. You can pull power from nearly anywhere. But it was like she supercharged the immediate area. You feel like you could do anything with that.
Oh shit. I fucked up.
Is it just fate that hasn't happened yet? Or is it fate that's already been that you can manipulate?
That I don't know. It has always been the present and the possibilities of the future, but
never tried the past.
Can you try the past?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
She is like heavy breathing at this point and holding on really tight to her necklace right now. I don't know. I never knew. I was never taught. And then she just keeps repeating, I. It's like she has the potential to do so many great things, but she hasn't moved towards it. And she is like beating herself for not thinking of the possibility of traveling back.
Would I need to spend a villain point for anything that we're talking about? Okay.
Yes.
Do it. Spend more. Spend all of them.
Are you gonna go on a ride, baby? So I'm gonna spend one of the villain points, and I am going to, as she's going, I'm going. Gohan's gonna cup her face and make her look in her eyes. And suddenly it is like they're being transformed, like they're transported back in time together. And Leonora is going to be able to see the memories of the dragons being at war, being attacked and slaughtered.
Lenora, you see, because you have now met the Sirna, or at least some of their people, and you watch as the Sirna slaughter the dragons in a surprise attack, massive magical energies wiping them out. You see, and as you're doing this, fate is all around you as ever, but it is woven. There are no loose threads. This is a pattern that is established. You are powerless. You cannot change anything here. But it's like you've walked backward along the thread, and you watch as a small group of dragons disengages from the fight, realizing that they can't win. And they go into hiding. They hide in the Draconizing Mountains. They hide in Inishmore. They hide anywhere they can find a place. In one small group. has a child. And she sees the death of her family. Not at the hands of the Sirna, who've been destroyed by their own hubris, at the hands of humans, at the hands of hunters. And you realize as you travel with her through massive amounts of time so fast, as far as she knows, she's the only one left.
Lenora is, as like she is being shown this vision, is just crying rivers of tears. You can see with every blow, with every dragon down, with every attack, that there is just a new kind of stream going down her face as she is just witnessing this massacre. And as the family and the child is watching her family be slain, she takes a moment and almost feels like she wants to tug on her own heart. She feels she's like searching for this thread, this black thread, and
it's not there.
She wants to pull it back. She wants to pull it out to see if anything were to happen, but because it's not there, she is completely and utterly helpless. And so when she comes back and she looks into your eyes, all she can say, "I'm so sorry. And she is just looking at Skahon with such grief, but also with some empathy, with some sympathy. She is feeling exactly how Skahon may have been feeling in that moment. In the same, losing her family in a raging inferno. Also probably done by humans, but she has no proof. She doesn't know. I'm sorry with everything you've had to live through.
This was not living.
It was survival.
Nothing to be done. Yeah.
And what do you want from me?
She has kept her hands on Leonora's face, and with that question, like, she's been trying to be a little comforting because she knows that was very hard to see. So she kept her hands there to try and attempt being comforting. But
yeah, fuck you, making me feel things.
I'm not sorry. She would drop her hands at that question. Life has been nothing but loneliness ever since that. For a long time.
As she says that, Lenora, you are reminded of her thread, free from all of the others, untouched by any other thread of fate in the room.
Oh. As she is speaking, and before she can finish her sentence, Lenora immediately goes in for a hug.
Skahon would be surprised. She'd probably be just like a little taken aback for a second, and then would soften and put her hands around Leonora in return. She wouldn't completely fall into Leonora, but there would be a little bit of melting, and She would accept the hug. I know you all need my help with something. I need your help too. But I need to know that I can trust you with it. All of you.
She brings herself up, wiping away her tears as much as she can. And she says, I would trust these people with my life.
Yeah, your life. I am not like you.
Then how... What if I swear?
Swear on what?
I swear on the weave itself.
Then the rest of them swear on something just as important.
Maybe, but I don't know if they know a hurt like this. I know that they would do anything to protect, because it is the right thing. You are not the threat here.
I never was, and yet my kind, we were seen as so. And we still are. We're a myth now. Legend.
And what if we changed that?
She'll smile. That's what I need your help with. I'll explain later. And she'll disappear.
As she disappears, Leonora will take a big deep breath and will just be sobbing very loudly in her bed, just grasping whatever comfort that she can and just trying to muffle the sounds.
Skohon, you appear in the O'Bannon's room. And he looks up from where he was working on something at his desk. It looks like it was more than games.
This bunch. I wonder if they could help me. After all.
For the unique nature of your request, they might be the perfect ones. They could go anywhere, do nearly anything.
I hope so. You know how great it is. I can't risk it going awry.
I know. They are not mine. But there's potential in each of them.
I can see
and
that.
If you can save their friend.
I think that's the ultimate test, isn't it? Because if they can do that through the borders, through the boundaries, well, you should be able to help me then.
I think it'd be good for them too.
But I'm telling you this. If it goes wrong, if I mistakenly put trust in them, they will know worse than hell.
The curse of a dragon is nothing to laugh at. You have my support. Not that you've ever needed it.
It's appreciated.
He pauses. When I was just a boy, and you brought me here back from over the seventh sea. Was this your game? Your plan?
No. It wasn't a game. We were lonely, yeah. So was I. And I didn't want you to be scared. Like I was.
How could be? How could I be? I was a king who came into his kingdom on the back of a dragon.
And now here you are. King. Because I knew you could be more than what you were over there.
Mother will never forgive you.
If she knew, that she knows what she's been able to do, yeah?
Yeah, that's why she'll never be able to forgive you. He laughs.
She said, it'll be fine.
Good luck with them. But I have a good feeling.
I want to have a good feeling, but I need to see the man action. So I better go do that. And she also disappears. That's just her party trick. She will just leave a conversation when she's done.
Real quick before we hop to Umberto. Leonora. You're having flashbacks. You saw a lot very, very quickly. And every time you close your eyes, another part of that pattern shows itself. And you see a group of dragons making a deal, trying to survive. And you see them cutting themselves, bleeding. The blood boiling from the heat of the internal dragons, and then being poured into the veins of humans. And through that, you see the creation of the Portiers. Scajon appears in Umberto's room.
I'm gonna need a minute after that.
You get none.
And yet you do not.
you will get no.
There will be no moment.
She would just appear in his room.
Umberto was awake. He is kind of looking out the window, and as soon as he realizes there's somebody there, he immediately goes for a weapon, but he's not wearing his weapon right now. And then he looks, excuse me, you cut me off guard.
I've been doing that a lot this morning.
Scajon, as you look at him, you see the wounds. Not just the spiritual ones, but the 1,000 little scars. If you'd ever had any doubts, you know this is a Portier, despite the Vodachan name.
What happened?
How much time do you have?
I am over a millennia year old. Got all the time in the world.
I would have. Well, you look fantastic. I wouldn't have pegged you for more than a couple of centuries. Sorry.
Flattery will get you nowhere with me.
It's habit.
You do it when you're uncomfortable.
I do it to hide the pain.
And there seems to be a lot.
More so than ever, especially this morning. You ask what happened. Well, do you mean with what?
Why you seek me out?
I don't exactly know how it happened, but using my gifts to aid my friends led to me being essentially split, and it has progressively gotten worse as we traveled.
It's going to keep getting worse. The more split you are, the longer that you're separated from yourself.
And that is why we came seeking you, the one who led me to the direction that I am currently. He was able to give me a small reprieve, but it did not last long.
No, I don't doubt that. And you know why you were sent my direction?
I was told that you were able to send me in to find a way to fix myself.
Aye. I can. All dragons could. And I'm the last of them.
That is unfortunate. Well then, whether this is able to be or not, I will do whatever I need to gain your favor to help me.
I need you to understand what it means to gain my favor on this. And she's going to do the same, coming up and cupping his face. And I will spend another one of my villain points. And I am going to show him the dragon's blood being poured into human veins.
Umberto, this is different. This power is not being filtered through the strings of a fate witch. This is being filtered through the blood of a portier. And you are watching your line. You see your father. You recognize him. And then you see an old man you don't remember. And another. And another. And another. And another. And you see them traveling through the blood. You see them using their power. You see some open blessures. You see others kill the ones opening blessures. You see some good servants of the kings of Montaigne. You see others overthrowing the kings of Montaigne. And then it all comes down to one man, a knight, in service to a king of a land that's not called Montaigne yet. And you see him step forward and drink the boiling blood. and watch the pain and the hurt, and then having to learn how to inflict that pain on himself, as the dragon's magic of teleportation using the seventh sea suddenly becomes something humans can do, and that enters into the blood. And you come to.
When he comes to, he's not. There aren't any tears, but he is just shocked. And he looks at her and he gets down. He gets down to it. He just kneels and bows his head. It won't change the past. What was done to yours was a cruelty. And if there's one thing I cannot stand, it is cruelty. And you must look at me like those who came before me with these gifts that were stolen from yours.
They
So
weren't just stolen gifts. They were stolen lives. I don't blame you. You weren't there. But you hold the power from all that time ago. I'll help you. But I needed you to understand what it meant for me to do so.
no, my lady. I understand perfectly. The lives that were taken, this blood that I have, allow me to offer it as penance in exchange for your services.
No. I have something else I need you and your crew to do for me in exchange for this. Something that's far more important.
You have to only ask.
Good. To fix you, we're going to have to go across the borders and the boundaries into the seventh sea itself. It can just be you, or it can be all of you. But I assume all of them will want to follow you. They've said as much, at least.
I couldn't stop them if I tried.
You have to find that missing piece of you in there. And that is where I come in. And I'll do that for you. Like I said, in exchange for something else. And I'd rather talk with all of you about what that is.
As you wish.
Where do you take them to talk to them?
She's going to take all of them to a little mountain clearing in the Inish mountainside, somewhere that's very quiet. It's when the sun is up high, it creates the most beautiful, to her, shadows that play off of the flowers, the trees. It's somewhere that she finds a lot of peace.
Thump. almost instantaneously, you're all just there.
And when you're here, you don't see the Countess. You see a golden dragon in front of you.
Full-sized, a very large. You all could sit on her back if she permits it.
Right now, no.
Magnificent.
Holy shit, that is cool. That is so cool. Yo, oh my god.
Rowan.
Yes.
The one missing trophy from the Hunters of Belgrade. The
That's
trophy
fucked up.
has always been a dragon. And you know that Velgrim has held that as the highest priority. The dragons are to be hunted down and destroyed. Period. The greatest glory the guild has to offer is in that head.
I think it goes from like so cool to just like under her breath.
And there's a little voice from behind you. We doing this?
Shut up. And she'll turn and just smile because she actually is in wonderment, and she thinks this is the coolest shit she has ever seen.
I'm the last of my kind. And her voice, it's not booming, it's not so loud, but it is deeper. It's still that same voice, a little bit of a deeper register. I'm the last of the dragons. And I have been for too long. Your friend here, pointing her head towards Umberto, is missing a piece of himself. And I can take you all to where it is. We have to cross the boundaries and the borders into the Seventh Sea itself to find it. And I can take you all there. That was our job so long ago. But I need your help with something in return. And she turns around, and in a sizable area in between a couple of trees, there's a shrub in between with beautiful purple blooms on it. She walks over and uses her tail to move branches of the shrub aside, and you will see a clutch of eggs.
Oh my god. Her babies.
I don't know if these eggs will survive or if they're viable, but they're my last chance. My last chance at family. To save my kind. I assume I'm the last out there. And what I would want from you all is to take one and take it somewhere far from here, somewhere safe and warm, so that there could be a chance that if anyone else is out there, it's got a chance at life.
Natalie?
This whole time, I have not read Scahone. At the moment that she sees the eggs, can I read the eggs?
She's connected to every one of them.
God damn. Oh, I did read Scahone. Just kidding. My drunk memory remembers.
Mhm. And now you see it again, and this time you might actually remember.
Cool. So I just see the threads. I don't, and I see possibility of fate.
Mm-hmm. They are incomplete.
Cool.
And that is when you realize to hatch, a male will have to find them.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh. Mm.
If there's any hope of keeping my kind in this world, these are what's left of that hope. That and the hope that maybe I'm not the last one out there too. But I won't be able to find that here. Not for all of them. As far as I know, I'm the only one here in Inishmore. But maybe somewhere else? Maybe, I don't know where. That's why I want you to take at least one. Somewhere else. For that chance at hope.
How big are the eggs?
They are they're not small. Like you're not gonna stick it, but
No.
like one would fill a backpack.
Oh,
but they are also
okay.
You can tell, like just looking at them, Rowan, you aren't sure you could break one of these if you tried with all of your strength. Just the metallic sheen to it and stuff like this. They are dragon eggs. They were designed to protect dragons.
So if we got into it and she had it in a backpack, she's confident it would not break.
You're probably not going to accidentally break this open, though. Not in any kind of normal combat.
Okay, cool.
But
okay, cool.
You also wouldn't be very excited about risking it.
No.
You see, I had to question y'all this morning, didn't I?
Where would you want them to go?
It's up to you to find somewhere safe and warm. That's all I need. That you'll take them somewhere safe and warm.
Leonora is thinking in her brain, and obviously Vidachi is of more temperate climates. Can be warmer, but also across that that stream of water, it's definitely not an ocean. It's more of like a sea-ish kind of deal. There is the what is that thing of land called?
The Crescent Empire?
Yeah, is that over on the
That's
east side?
of Vidachi.
I'm thinking
Vidachi,
south of
east
Vidachi.
Yeah. It's big. It is. It's basically east of the continent, east of Thea.
But what's south?
Cyprian?
Further south, I don't have the full world map in front of me here, but I believe further south would be the land of Golden Fire.
After a couple of minutes, like a few seconds after she said safe and warm, she also would go, and far. Far from here.
I have an idea of a good place then. There are things lost in the deserts of the Crescent that have not been seen for 1,000 years.
And Skahon, you've never been able to travel to the Crescent Empire. You couldn't risk it.
I've never been there myself. It's too risky. I've not been. That's another thing. I haven't been able to travel like that. Too much for me.
I have fought them. I fought their armies. Good and noble warriors, truly. But their deserts are famous for being vast, and you can lose anything in them. And I can't think of any place warmer.
Do you all agree to keep my baby safe?
My name is Leonora Orsini of Adachi, and my word is my own. But I will keep this egg safe. As she walks up to the clutch and she grabs one of the eggs and presents it to Skahon.
Cajon would take it and hold on to it for a moment.
I give my word as a soldier. I will see this through.
And according to our
light.
compact, says Rona, no word of you or these eggs will reach my circle from me, according to the deal that was struck. Skahon looks at the rest of you.
Rafael will slowly walk forward and he will reach up and sort of through his shirt grab a hold of his holy symbol and will put his hand out, palm facing down, so that kind of thing. Just like, have my word, the light of the prophet will shine on your babies and will be the most protected ones in this land, as long as I have anything to say about it.
Umberto, you go because Roan is not saying shit yet.
Umberto has been staring at the eggs this whole time, and he will slowly walk over to, and he will kneel down in front of them, and he'll just kind of gently run his hand along the shell, and he'll carefully pick it up, and he will turn and look at her. And he will have this very knightly look on his face. I swear on the blood of my family that I share, I will bring hope to yours.
And for confirmation, she wants each of us to take one?
No, she just wants you to take one
Just
total.
one. Just
Is
one.
that correct,
Just
Dan?
one. Okay.
You don't
Dan-
all get a pet dragon egg, sir.
Yeah, it's just one egg
Damn
out
it.
of this clutch that she wants to have go somewhere else. Yes.
Right. Okay.
And then the rest will stay with her.
Okay. Ron will look at everyone swearing their oaths in word, and we'll go, well, my oath is to my friends who are my family. So I get to say this. As a knight of Avalon and of the Mantle of Duda, you have my word. We will get your egg to a safe place that it can
And
thrive.
Rowan, as you give your word, you feel the mantle glow and pulse. The word of a knight of the Grawl has been given.
That's so
The
funny.
egg.
Cool.
The egg that's in Skahone's hands, she will gently place into Leonora's. Keep your word, all of you. I'm going to put my trust in you, and that takes a lot after everything I've been through. Please don't give me a reason to not trust you.
May I ask one question, if that's okay?
Aye?
Do you have a would-be name for this little one?
Actually, Skahon, if the egg hatches, they'll know your intention for them. You knew your name when you were born.
The little one will know when they're born. That's how it goes.
You can tell them that name if you like, but they do not need to learn it from this group.
The little one will know. But my hope was to pass down a name from my mother. Skalal.
Okay. And then she kind of turned it because it's an emotional moment, and she's trying not to cry in front of the giant dragon.
We will bring your family back.
Thank you. She's going to put the bush back over the rest of the clutch. I'm sorry, you go.
No, you're fine. I had a moment. You're good.
With that, all that remains is to go into the seventh sea.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Leonora nods and starts to walk over towards your back, I guess.
She's going to lower herself and put a wing down to indicate that you all can climb on her back.
As she takes off, you're passing through the cool blue skies over Inishmore. And then there's a rush of cloud and moisture and fog in your faces. And then suddenly you're in the in-between. But Umberto, you've never seen it like this before. It's beautiful. The skies are this cerulean blue. The ocean like sapphire blue. There's no blood. The air is cool, the sun is warm, the oppressive energy, and you realize you are looking for the very first time at the seventh sea the way it actually is when not seen through the filter of the blood of the portiers. This is what it really is. What you were never able to see. How's Umberto reacting to that?
Once he's gotten the understanding of it, he sheds a tear because of what he just learned and what he's gone through. This has only been what he's done has only been a glimpse of this world, and now more than anything he wants to protect his friends and this egg and hopes that someday he might be able to see it like this again.
Skohon, his smell is fresh in your nostrils. And you smell not just the body and the nervousness and everything that he's dealt with. You can smell the hurt and the soul underneath. And in the distance, you smell the missing piece.
It's near. And she'll fly toward it.
You dive down. And the water's coming up to you. And for a second, you're all like, what's going to happen when we hit this water? But it's like sliding in, and you're in. And for a second, you are underwater as far as you can tell. You're holding your breaths. And you're holding your breaths. And then I'm going to say Raphael, who's really freaked out by all this, because this is sort of magic. Raphael finally can't hold it first. And gasps. And breathes. The water of the seventh sea preserves you just as well as the air over it. And you all seen this can breathe too. As Skohon leads you down. And there at the bottom, next to what you all would recognize as a doll, one of Maeve's dolls. Right next to that little toy is what appears to be a single gold piece. This is going to be you, Umberto, probably.
We're all just staring at Umberto like,
yeah,
are you
it's
gonna
like
grab that?
he's gonna hop down, and he's just gonna look, and then he's going to pick it up. Well, not what I was expecting, but I suppose it's appropriate.
As you pick up the coin, it melts into your skin. And suddenly you can feel in a sensation very similar to like when a blusher gets closed, as the nearly bifurcated elements of your soul close up inside of you. And all of you can see is the one eye of fire and the one eye of shadow resolve. And you're just looking at Umberto's normal eyes again. And like a pain that you'd been carrying so long, you forgot you've been carrying it. Suddenly, that pain is gone. There are others, but that one is gone.
Now that I've fixed that piece of myself, it's time I go figure out who I really am.
And with that, we are going to bring this episode to a close. Thank you so much to Abby, that Bardic Charm, for coming and joining us as Skohon Skate. Thank you so much to Dragon of the Dark Rose for producing us. Thank you so much to Basics of the Game for hosting us. Thank you so much to all of my players. And as always, remember, keep playing games.